Okay, the sixth question. A person can walk a certain distance and drive back in 6 hours. He can also walk both ways in 10 hours. He can also walk both ways in 10 hours. How much time will he take to drive both ways? Okay, that is, they are saying that a person can walk one way and drive back in 6 hours. That is, time taken by the person to walk one way, and for returning the same way, time taken and drive back, that is, we can denote it as TD. For both, in different mode of traveling, he is taking a time of 6 hours. Okay, in another case, he is walking the two distances, that is, for one way and back to the same position, he is walking the both ways. He is doing it at a time of 10 hours. So definitely for one way walking he is taking a time of 5 hours, that is TW is equal to 5 hours. Then we can easily find how much time he take to drive one way. Okay, just put these 5 here, that is, time taken to drive one way is 6 minus 5 is equal to 1 hour. Okay, then what will be the time taken by the person to cover the journey in both direction by driving? That is 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 hours will be the time taken by the man to cover the journey by driving both ways. Okay, now seventh question. A thief running at 8 km per hour is chased by a policeman whose speed is 10 km per hour. If the thief is 100 meters ahead of the policeman, then the time required for the policeman to catch the thief will be. Okay, a thief is running ahead of a policeman. Policeman is here, just think like that, and the policeman is having a speed of 10 km per hour and thief is having a speed of 8 km per hour. The distance between the policeman and thief is 100 meter. Distance between policeman and thief is 100 meter. Then this policeman have to catch the thief by running this 100 meter distance. Okay, then the distance this policeman has to cover to catch the thief is distance is equal to 100 meter. Okay, then the direction of the velocity is this direction. Okay, that is, policeman is having 2 km per hour speed more than the thief. Okay, the policeman is having 2 km per hour speed more than the thief. That is, the relative velocity between policeman and thief is 2 km per hour, that is 10 minus 8. Since they are moving in same direction, to get the relative velocity we need to take the difference of the two speeds, that is, the relative velocity is 2 km per hour. Then only we need to find the time to catch the thief. Okay, that is, time is equal to distance by speed. Distance is 100 meter to cover and the speed is 2 km per hour. 2 km per hour. Okay, here we need to keep in mind the unit of the two values, that is 100 is in meter and 2 is in kilometer per hour. Okay, we need to check what is the options given and in what unit the option is given. Here the options are given in the unit minute, so we can easily convert to minute if we can get our result in seconds. Okay, how we can convert this 2 km per hour to meter per second? 1 km per hour is equal to 5 by 18 meter per second. Okay, just multiply this 2 with a 5 by 18, then it will get converted to meter per second. Okay, and what will be the answer? Answer is equal to 180 seconds. Okay, 180 seconds means your answer is given in the unit of minute. Okay, then 180 seconds is equal to 3 minutes. Okay, eighth question. A train travels a certain average speed for a distance of 63 km. Thereafter, it travels a distance of 72 km with an average speed of 6 km per hour, more than the original speed. If it takes 3 hours to complete the total journey, what is the original speed of the train? Here it is said that a train travels first 63 km journey, that is 63 km journey at a particular speed, and after that it travels its next 72 km journey at a speed higher than that of this speed, that is higher by 6 km per hour. If we denote this speed as s, and what will be this speed? This speed will be s plus 6, that is 6 km per hour higher than this speed. Okay, and it is also given that for the total journey, that is 63 km plus 72 km journey, that this train is taking a time of 3 hours, and that is our point, that we need to add that. Just think that for this journey the train is taking a t1 time, okay, and the remaining journey this train is taking a time of t2 time. Okay, together, that is this t1 plus t2, this train is taking a time of 3 hours. Okay, that is t1 plus t2 is equal to 3 hours. Okay, that is our point to do this problem. Okay, and what is this t1? T1 will be distance covered for that particular speed, that is 63 km per hour divided by that speed. How we are taking that speed as s, and what will be t2? T2 will be distance covered for that particular speed, that is s plus 6, and speed is this s plus 6. Together the train is taking a time of 3 hours. Okay, we need to find this s. Okay, and by solving this we will get the value of s, but the problem is that if we are going straightly to solve this problem, the equation will be a quadratic equation, and we will need to solve that quadratic equation to find s. Okay, cutting, we will get that 21 by s plus 24 by s plus 6 is equal to 1. Okay, how we can get the answer of the means the value of the s easily? Just go straight in your options given, and we will find that the only option which suits the value for s is equal to 24. You need to put all the values and find a particular value which suit for this particular equation. That is, when you add these two term, you need to get answer of 1. That is, if you put the third option from your equation, we will get that 21 by 42 plus 24 by s plus 6 is 48 equal to how much? 21 by 42 is half, and 24 by 48 is again half. Okay, and together we will get the value 1. Okay, we need to solve this equation by this way in order to get the answer fastly. In another way, how we can solve this? By making this to a quadratic equation. How we can make it to a quadratic equation? Cross multiplying, we get 21s plus 126 plus 24x by s into s plus 6 is equal to 1. Okay, 21s plus 126 plus 24s is equal to s square plus 6s. Okay, now s square plus 6s minus 45s minus 126 is equal to 0. S square minus 36 s minus 126 equal to 0. And if we are going to find the value of s by using the value, that is minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac root b square minus 4ac by 2a, and it will get tougher to solve for you, because the values here for a, b and c are somewhat higher value. So you need to split this. How you can split this? Sorry, here the value will be 39. Okay, 39s. How we can split this? A square minus 42s minus 3s minus 126 is equal to 0. That is, here we need to get that a plus b, that is our two values, a plus b is equal to minus 39 and a into b is equal to minus 126. Then the values of a and b are minus 42 and here plus 3, minus 42 and plus 3 will be our values, and by solving this we will get that s is equal to either 42 or s is equal to minus 3. Here 3 is having a negative sign, so we cannot take that that value, because speed does not have a negative value. Okay, so your answer will be s is equal to 42. Next question. Mr. Kumar drives to work at an average speed of 48 km per hour. The time taken to cover the first 60% of the distance is 10 minutes more than the time taken to cover the remaining distance. How far is his office? That is, Mr. Kumar, one man, is traveling from his home to workplace at a speed of 48 km per hour. He is traveling the whole distance at a speed of 48 km per hour. Then what is the next data given? He travels his first 60% of the distance. First 60% of the distance, then covers the next 60%, 40% of distance, 40% of distance. Okay, this says that he travels, the time taken to travel the 60% distance is 10 minutes more than the time taken to travel 40% of the distance. Okay, definitely the speed to cover, speed taken to cover the whole distance is 48 km per hour. Then the 60% is more than 40%. Then time taken to cover the 60% distance will be more than 40% distance. And they given that the time taken to cover the 60% is 10 minutes more than time taken to cover this 40%. That is, if we denote the time taken to cover the 60% as T1 and this as T2, T1 minus T2 is 10 minutes. Okay, then we can easily find the distance between the home and work by putting a value or x or d, anything like that, for the distance covered. What is the total distance? We denote that total distance as x. Okay, then 60% of the x means 60% of x is equal to 60% of x, that is 0.6 x. Okay, then what will be the 40% of x? 40% of x is equal to 40% of x equal to 0.4x. That is, in the first part of the journey he is covering 0.6 x, and in second part of the journey he is covering 0.4x. Okay, that is T1 is the distance covered at that particular time, that is 0.6 x by the speed taken for the speed he used for that particular journey, that is 48. Again, the speed he used for that second part of the journey is also same, that is 48 km per hour, and covered a distance of 0.4 x. Okay, and the difference between these two time is 10 minutes. Okay, here this 48 the unit of this 48 is kilometer per hour, and the distance we have taken in kilometer, and this time is in 10 minutes. So we need to convert this 10 minutes to hour. Okay, the difference between these two is 0.2x by 48 is equal to, we need to divide that 10 with a 60 to get into, to make it into hour. Okay, then what is the value of x? X is equal to, cut this 6 and all these things, x is equal to 8 by 0.2. And what is this 8 divided by 0.2 is equal to 40 km Okay, that is his total distance from his home to workplace is 40 kilometer. Okay, now the 10th question, that is the last question in this speed, distance and time. Okay, 10th question is, if a bus travels 160 km in 4 hours and a train travels 320 km in 5 hours at a uniform speeds, then what is the ratio of the distance traveled by them in 1 hour? This says that a bus travels 160 km in, that is bus travels 160 km in 4 hours. A train travels 320 km in 5 hours. Okay, and what they have asked in this question, what is the ratio between distance traveled by them in 1 hour? And what does that mean? The distance traveled by them in 1 hour means they are actually asking about the speed of this ratio between speed of these two vehicles. Okay, one is bus and other is train. That is speed of bus we can find out like this. Speed and time is given. Sorry, distance and time is given. We can easily find out the speed as 160 by 4. And what is the speed of train? Speed of train is equal to 320 divided by 5. Don't get confused by asking this way. Okay, they are asking that the ratio of distance traveled by them in 1 hour. Okay, really they are asking about the ratio of their speeds. Okay, that is speed of the bus is 40 km per hour and speed of train is 64 km per hour, and we can easily find the ratio between these two speeds. SB is to ST is equal to 40 by 64. Okay, and the ratio is 5 by 8. 5 is to 8 is the ratio between speeds of this bus and train. Okay, thank you.